What's up, weirdos? Welcome back to another episode of Universe of Weirdos, and of course it's another Fah-Q episode of Universe of Weirdos. Feedback and questions. We here at the Universe of Weirdos, which we is just myself, I like to hear from you. I like to listen to the people that listen to me, so if you would like to reach out to give me any of your feedback and or questions about anything I've discussed on podcasts or just anything really randomly that you would like to hear me discuss on an FAQ episode, feel free to reach out. I am jcraft247 on X. I am Universe of Weirdos on Instagram, and you can email me planetwnba@gmail.com, and I am more than happy to answer any of your questions, read any of your feedback. I do ignore some of it. I ignore some of the naysayers and the haters. It's basically some of your positive Fah-Q. It's got to be really good discussion point for me to read some of the negative feedback, but I've done it before, so I'm not afraid of it. But let's get to it, man. Why not? Hope everybody is having a great time. I hope that you guys are enjoying the podcast. If you would like to join me for a live episode of the podcast, Friday, May 8th at 4 p.m., I will be appearing at Indianapolis PopCon, and Universe of Weirdos will be live from that convention floor. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to do a lot of interactions with the people that are walking around. I'm going to try to get some people to interact, but I also have to prepare for maybe if they don't. So it's got an hour long that I'm going to be live in front of a convention crowd. So I am looking forward to it. So let's get started for this FAQ episode. I'm going to end with a story that I'm pretty sure is bullshit, but you know, look forward to that one. Dave sends me this. Prayers up for Ronnie B, man. Fuck cancer. Here's the big Fah-Q for you in honor of Ron. How many first graders could you beat up? Now, this was a discussion that was on the Ron and Fez show that went kind of viral back in the day, once upon a time ago. And basically, you know, you got, like, what was it? Like, it was like 9-year-olds or something like that. You put it to me, first graders. I don't remember what the bit was on Ron and Fez, but I thought it was like 9-year-olds or 10-year-olds. How many could you beat up if they just came at you one at a time and, you know, just an infinite number was coming and you had to fight each 9-year-old, or in this case, first grader, until you were out? Like, how many do you think that? I think that I'm in the camp of Ron. It's basically until I die of exhaustion. I'd drop all those fuckers in just one hit. A couple knees to the face. They're just, you know, they're dick high. All you have to do is just lift your knee up and get them right under the chin. It's easy. You can just, basically until you just fall over from exhaustion, and then they all swarm on you. So that's how many first graders that I could beat up. An infinite amount. Sammy says, sorry to come in Dukes of Hazzard Dale Jr. digging like this, but do you have any pets? That's a callback to our interviews episode, our interview review episode with the kid with the coonskin cap. Oh, I fucking love that guy. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But do I have any pets? I certainly do. I have one pet. I have a cat. I have a cat named Kitty Jones. She's a tuxedo cat, and she can be pretty damn annoying sometimes. So I don't really know what else to say about my pet cat, other than she can be pretty damn annoying at times. But I really do appreciate that you apologize for coming in digging Dale Jr. Dukes of Hazzard. I want to play this again.
Police say Dykes tried to rob the bank wearing a mask and holding a weapon. Once clerks alerted the police, he took off and hit a vehicle as he fled from police.
Get to the redneck.
He came in Dukes of Hazzard, getting it, digging like that, like Dale Jr., and then hooked up and shot forward. And when he hooked up and shot forward, that's when he came and hit.
He came in digging Dale Jr. Dukes of Hazzard like that and shot out. It's fucking amazing. Oh, rednecks, they're so great. Dan wants to know, what are some things that adults shouldn't say? I work with a 50-year-old woman who still says things like makes poopies, and she thinks it's cute. She's closer to retirement than her teens. It's not cute. Yeah, I mean, I guess anytime an adult does speak like that, but like, also, I mean, if she's 50, she should probably be over it by now. But no, I've had my wife's done that before, where she'll like because we have a young son, so she'll be like, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna make pee-pees," and then stop and be like, "What the fuck? What? Did I just say I'm going potty? What did I just say?" But no, I mean, I don't know. I don't really fault parents and stuff for doing goofy little child speak, but yeah, I guess it is kind of silly, isn't it? But like when somebody that doesn't have children does it, like girls in their 20s that still try to do baby talk because they think it's cute. I find it annoying. I don't find it cute at all. So I'm with you on that. Gimme. How about that? That's something that adults shouldn't say. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Like really any child speak like that, I guess. Um, the frustrated whine. I don't think an adult should ever go, I don't think an adult should ever do that. Um, let's see, office cliches, probably like things like, let's circle back or, let's put a pin in it because like we all know that that's a put on and you're just saying that because that's like the thing that you think you're supposed to say. So I don't know because nobody ever goes, let's put a pin in that or we'll circle back to this later. Like nobody ever says that in natural conversation. So I guess that one kind of bothers me a little bit. Jeff, are you ever going to review and roast any other podcasts or even Opie again? I fucking love, with a lot of O's, that episode where you tear into the Opster. I've listened to it 3 times. You should do more of that, and I mean that respectfully. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And the problem with that is, like, it was actually a lot of fun for me to do that Opie episode, but the preparation for it was really annoying because, like, I had to listen to something that sucked. I had to listen again to that thing that sucked so I could chop out the parts that sucked the most to react to. And then, like, I don't know, like, I get a lot of, like, you guys, the Dabbleverse guys, I'm well familiar with it. I've been cued in by everybody who listens to this show that also listens to Dabbleverse podcasts. Basically, there's a whole genre of podcasts out there that like to roast, lolcows, essentially. Like these cringy dudes that used to do radio from when we were younger, like Stuttering John's the big one. And I'll be completely honest with you, Jeff. You've suggested it before. 3 or 4 guys have suggested Stuttering John before. I tried to watch one of his streams recently, and it was like I didn't understand it. Like he was yelling at people that I didn't know. He was drinking. He was like just every now and then, I don't know, this fucking, and this is what this guy doesn't understand is, he was saying this. And it's like, who are these? I don't know who these people are that you're talking about. So a lot of this Dabbleverse stuff is something that I feel like you've had to have been in it for a while. I do see a lot of the clips. Like I like watching the clips of people making fun of Opie now that I see it. But like, yeah, I've seen Aaron M. Holt gets put in the barrel a lot, which I've heard Aaron M. Holt's show when he was on radio before. I think he was like a Minnesota guy. I've heard his, but I mean, I would, but the problem is the actual listening to it, cutting it up for audio. I don't like to hate listen or hate watch things. I like weird stuff. And Opie was fun. Opie was a lot of fun, but I don't know, maybe I'll tell you what. If I get enough of you Dabbleverse crossover listeners, hit me up, tell me who you want me to do, and the person that gets the most review this guy, I will listen to one of their, just one. I'm not going to go through a bunch and comb through them. I'll listen to like their latest stream and I'll cut out a few clips and react to it. But I gotta be honest, dude, like the Stuttering John thing, he fascinates most of you guys because you're familiar with him through Howard Stern. I'm barely familiar with him through Howard Stern. I kind of don't really know who he is. So I'm just fascinated at seeing this drunk guy yelling at people and then drinking beers. So I don't know. So Dee Dee says to me, I have a hypothetical for you since I know you're married. Oh God. I'm kidding. I've read this back. It's not anything all that. It's fucking weird, but it's not anything all that weird. Let's just say that you were single, or you can put yourself back to a time when you were single. Would you be willing to have sex with a robot? Would you date one if the AI was good enough? Would it be cheating if you slept with a real person behind your robot's back? I'm just curious about your thoughts on AI and how it can mess with our everyday existence and things like love. Are you ever worried that AI can replace you in any way, even if it's professionally? By the way, I love your laugh. It's super cute. You must be joking. I have literally one of the worst laughs of all time. I hate my own laugh. It's like I have two different laughs. One's a way too loud and sounds fake laugh, and then I have a almost Beavis and Butthead type of type of laugh. And I don't know how like you can like that shit. I find it cringeworthy. Would I have sex with a robot? No, I don't. I mean, probably not. But like, let's say you put yourself in a position where you're single or not married, or I would have to be a very much different kind of person to be willing to have sex with an AI robot woman, because I've always been able to achieve that human connection with people, just people in general, not just people I'm trying to have sex with, but like, I can talk to people, I can make friends, I can have conversations, and I can socialize. And I always feel like these AI sex robots are for those insanely socially awkward, never want to leave their house type of guys. So, no, I don't think that I would be willing to, especially date a robot. Like, like people are falling in love with their AI assistants, and I find that shit to be really weird. Like, all it's doing is just basically mirroring back the information you've presented to it. So, yeah, of course, my AI assistant knows me so well. Well, yeah, you're asking it how to lower your blood pressure, and why don't people Chat GPT, why don't people love me? Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know why you're trying to fall in love with AI. Now, the really weird one that you had, that I actually thought about this one for way longer than I should have. Would it be cheating if you slept with a real person behind your robot's back? I think like I think I would consider it cheating if I were to, because they have those real dolls, right, that are supposed to look like real people, but you just fuck them. I think that I would consider it cheating if I fucked one of those behind my wife's back. Like, I think if I had sex with a real doll, then that would be cheating. So yeah, I guess like if you were in a monogamous relationship with your AI robot girlfriend and you fucked somebody behind her back, then yeah, I guess it would be cheating, especially if it was another AI robot. That would be really bad. But then again, I don't know, like if you had sex with another AI robot, wouldn't you just be having sex with somebody else's property? Because somebody has to own that thing. So I don't know. I don't know how it works, but Dee Dee, your question is weird and your opinion on my laugh sucks because it is not. I love your laugh. Ugh. Get the fuck out of here. My laugh is terrible. Jay wants to know. Jay, I like your name. I said that last time that you sent something in too. I'm going to stop doing that joke. How much editing do you do with your podcast? I'm curious to know what makes the cutting room floor. I try not to. Every now and then, like if something, like right now I'm recording and my son's in another room playing. If I hear some sort of loud crash or some shit, I'm going to pause the audio and go check on it and then come back. But I try to just go from start to finish, no edits. I don't really go in and edit anything out. I don't cut anything typically. I don't know, man. I just talk for a half an hour. That's usually my goal, and that's pretty easy to do when you're a long-winded fuck like me and you have a little bit of prepared material. I guess if I just turned on the podcast and had nothing planned, no notes written, it would probably be hard to go for a half an hour. But when I got all this shit and I got notes and emails and DMs from yous guys, it's pretty easy to make it through a half an hour. So I don't really do a whole lot of editing. I don't really plan to do a whole lot of editing. I guess if there's long pauses, which I don't think there's ever been any long, awkward pauses, then I'd cut those out. But now sometimes some of the clips I'll go through and increase the volume in post, but nah, normalize the audio, fade out at the end, and that's pretty much the editing that I do, Jay. That's a little bit of tech news for you. Let's see. Have you ever had to sign an NDA for anything? That is a non-disclosure agreement for those that are not in the know. I'm just wondering how that works with being married. What? Do you Oh, okay. Do you literally say to your wife, "I'm doing a thing that I can't tell you about"? Okay, so like how do you handle like yes, I have signed an NDA before. I've obviously I don't know if I can say, but I did some writing for a commercial one time a long time ago for an energy drink thing, and I would get residuals from that every now and then, even though I don't think they ever used it. I don't think that was ever made, but I wrote a commercial for a thing, and then I helped write some dialogue for a mobile game for a pretty decently high profile intellectual property that never ended up getting made either. Those are the only two things that I've ever signed non-disclosure agreements on that, and they both didn't end up getting made. So I don't know if that makes the non-disclosure agreement void or anything, but no, I always like I wasn't married at the time that I signed those, but I did talk to my partner about it because what are you gonna do? Like, because yeah, that would be weird, right? To go like, so I'm doing a job. I can't tell you about it. Otherwise, like that would be the perfect thing for cheaters to do, right? Hey, I just signed a non-disclosure agreement today I got to go work on that secret project that I can't tell you about until it's finished. And then you can just do like I do and went, well, shit, it got scrapped. Well, too bad. Too bad, huh? Oh no, I still can't tell you. Sorry, sweetie. But no, I've always like, my actual like one time I got a tour of a place because of the mobile game thing that I wrote a couple things for. I ended up getting a tour of a pretty high profile area because of it, and I brought my partner with me. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, I mean, I guess that is an interesting question. But I guess I didn't also read it too closely. I don't know if it was like you can't tell anybody whatsoever, even your wife. But I think on certain things you probably have to keep it pretty vague. Like I guess if you're one of the Marvel writers or like for the movies that is, or like maybe somebody that does something with pro wrestling since they're live week to week, you probably have to keep things very vague with your wife. Like, look, I'm doing a thing with John Cena right now. I can't really talk about it, but it's a thing that I have to go film for him, and you're gonna see it on TV next week. So don't grill me. Yeah, it's an interesting question, Jay. I like it. Tyler, my friends and I were having this conversation. I would love to hear your take. How much would it cost for you to compromise your morals in different ways? We were talking about how much to murder, to steal, commit treason, arson, fraud, etc. What is your price to commit evil? Um, you know, I've always said that I won't sell my soul for many different reasons. Like I would never, I still wouldn't. I wouldn't murder anyone. There's not enough money that you could present to me that would make me want to murder somebody. I mean, there's enough money that would make me probably victimize someone in some sort of way that would bum them out and ruin their day. But I probably wouldn't like, would I rob from some? Yeah, if somebody, hey, I'll give you $2 million to hold that guy up at gunpoint and steal his wallet. Fuck yeah, I'd do that. I would definitely do that. Yeah, I'd probably traumatize the person, but at the same time, fucking $2 million. So yeah, I guess there is a price for my morality somewhere. But yeah, I just like I wouldn't do anything super terrible. Rape, I wouldn't. No fucking way would I rape for it. Oh, you didn't put that in there. Wow, my mind went to rape. Yeah, that wasn't even one of your go-tos. Arson, fraud, etc. Commit treason. I would sell some country secrets for some money, especially if that country that I sold it to offered to put me up in a really palatial mansion for the rest of my life. I'd probably go treason a little bit on that one. Let's see. Murder, no. Steal, yeah, definitely steal, especially if it were some sort of awesome heist, like where we had all that high profile, like spy equipment, where we're rappelling down from ceilings and shit, and like spraying for fucking laser alarms. That'd be a lot of fun. I would take money to do that. Arson, fraud. Depends on the arson. Depends on the fraud. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, I'm not that moral of a person. I just wouldn't horribly victimize another person. Like I wouldn't like rape, I wouldn't kill, I don't know, force an abortion or anything. I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in the most fucked up place that I can, but I'm kind of failing to do so. So I don't know. What is my price to commit murder? I tell you what, you pick out the building, you lay out the scenario for me, and I would say a realistic price for me to burn a building down. If you had $500,000 in cash and I got to see the money and it was right there in front of me, you'd probably have yourself a deal. I'd probably try to figure out a way to make it happen, but aside from that, nah. I mean, for the most part, all those dumb hypotheticals are dumb anyways, because nobody's out there, no sick, twisted billionaire is out there with millions of dollars going, how much to suck a dick, straight man? Huh? How much for you to blow your buddy, Mr. Homophobe? 5 million? 10 million? I don't know. Those discussions come up with teen dudes all the time, and I'm pretty sure, Tyler, you're what, 17? So, yeah, I get it, but nah. Don't sell your soul, Tyler. That's my advice to the youngsters. Don't sell your soul for any reason. Don't commit mortal sins just for the sake of money. But, chase that dollar sometimes. It's nice. All right, now this one was sent to me, planetwnba@gmail.com, from a man named BJ, and I did not reply to him because I wanted to call him out right here on the show. I'm pretty sure you're lying, bro. I'm pretty sure this is not a real story, but I'm going to read it anyways because I got it, I think it was 3 days ago, and I just like it says, in reference to you, blah, 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 blah. Jesus, let me get the marbles out of my mouth. Holy crap. In reference to the You're Fired episode, I have a good story for you. That's old school, buddy. You're going old school with that one. You're Fired goes back quite a ways. I still worked on a soundboard on that episode. I don't have the soundboard anymore because I think they got it shut down. The little digital soundboard I had got shut down from using too many copywritten sounds on there, which I definitely understand and sympathize with. So I have a good story for you for an episode that I did several months ago. All right. I was working as a delivery driver for, I don't want to say the restaurant, but since I know you're lying, I'm going to say it. I was working as a delivery driver for Chick-fil-A. They have their own cars. You don't use your car. I was making a delivery with a Latino girl I worked with, and she gave me head in the car after the delivery. I knew the cars had dash cam, but I didn't know the camera filmed the inside of the car too. My manager sat me down and we watched the video of me getting dome. Sorry. We watched the video of me getting dome. He asked me to explain myself, so I just asked if I was fired. He said yes, so I stood up and walked away. I wish I asked for a copy of the video before I dipped, though. LOL. Now, I think you're lying for a lot of different reasons. It's a silly story. It's a funny story, right? But, I mean, come on, man. I don't know. Is it all that shocking and like, what did you expect me to go like, pat on the back, brother? You got your knob done at work on the clock. I don't know. That's, everybody who's lived a degenerate life has done similar shit before on the clock. Everybody fraternizes with their coworkers. So that story doesn't impress me very much. But also, there's a few things here. Who makes deliveries as a team? And I also feel like Chick-fil-A, being the Christian type of organization that it is, wouldn't send a dude and a girl out on a delivery together. And I am assuming younger, some sort of maybe later teens, because nobody brags about a blowjob story like this once you hit a certain age. I did in my 20s. I'll give it to you. I held on to the, and then she was sucking my dick type of stories that I like to share with my guy friends for probably a little bit longer than I should have. But after a while, it's like, who cares who you fucked? Who cares who somebody else fucked? It's not impressive. It doesn't do anything. Also, the dash cam that faces forward and backward, like I don't buy that if you knew that there was a dash cam, you get sucked off in the car, because they would probably have sound too, right? So like you could hear, oh yeah, you're sucking my cock. Like they're going to hear that on the dash cam, even if it's facing forward. So like, and then the manager sat you down and watched it with you. Really? He watched you getting blown? I doubt that very much too. Because I think that if it did happen and it was actually recorded of you getting sucked off in a Chick-fil-A delivery vehicle, they would have just fired you. They wouldn't have watched the porn with you. And fuck it. Did he have his dick in his hand when he called you? Hey, come here and check this out. Hey, so how about getting one from me now? Did he try to proposition you for one? Come on, man. You can make this story a lot better. If it's bullshit anyways, your story can get a lot better. You can have the manager proposition to suck you off next, or him go, that's my wife, or something like that, you know? There could be a better punchline to your obviously lying story. So, I don't know, BJ. I personally, I'm calling you out. I think that you're lying, and I don't think that that is an accurate story. I don't believe you for 1 second. But if you guys would like to reach out and hit me up with any of your feedback and questions, find me on social medias, jcraft247 on X, Universe of Weirdos on Instagram, and send me an email, planetwnba@gmail.com. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe on all of your podcast platforms, giving me a good review or a 5 stars or whatever it is you can do to boost the visibility of my podcast on your podcast platform, because it does help. It helps the show grow, helps me get new listeners, helps people find it if they're searching for weird shit. So I appreciate that. And also, don't forget, if you are in the Indianapolis, Indiana area and you want to come and see the Universe of Weirdos live, we will be at Indie PopCon, Indianapolis Convention Center, May 8th. That's a Friday at 4 p.m. Tickets are available on the Indie PopCon website. Go on there, grab yourself a fucking whole weekend pass, because 2 of those hours that you're going to be spending on Friday at Indie PopCon is going to be watching me perform Universe of Weirdos live, and then after me, Nerd in Life with Sean Jones Jr., our podcast buddy, and we always support our buddies no matter what. And once again, prayers up to Ron Bennington in your fight against cancer. We love you, buddy, and I will go out and fight so many first graders on your behalf and in your honor, Ronnie B. That's going to be it for me, guys. I will see you next time. Blasting off. See ya!